Your yard is now our park.
Oh, snap.
My partner and I purchased the house next door to my best friend. I lived with him for close to a decade when his kids were babies, so they viewed my house as an extension of theirs, and we're in and out all day, every day.
That's lit. We should buy houses next to each other.
Oh, party. I had a pool in my yard, and because my friend's kids were still little, I installed a retractable cover and made sure it was locked so they couldn't open it. My friend's yard had one of those wood fort climbing wall swing set deals and a large sandbox.
That's fire.
Yeah,
for a
these
kid.
places are lit. Throughout the year, we spent most of our evenings outside grilling, drinking, and watching the kids play, swim, whatever. One summer day, I came home from work a little earlier than normal and started to prep for dinner. I heard a knock at my back door, which was odd since my buddy's kids never knocked. They just, I guess, came in all the time.
Okay, yeah.
I went to see who it was and discovered a mom and her two kids who looked to be maybe 5 to 7 years old.
Random mother.
Random mother. As I opened the door, she informed me that her kids needed to use the bathroom and that I needed to come out and get the cover off my pool. I was confused and asked her to repeat herself, and she said that her kids needed to pee and they were hot and bored with playing in the sandbox, so I needed to open up my pool.
Oh, God.
I asked her why she was in my friend's yard and what made her think her kids were welcome to swim in my pool or use my bathroom for that matter. She got really bishy and told me that she had moved into the house behind us and that she wanted my buddy's kids to come over all the time, and I opened the pool for them.
Wow.
She insisted that since I was willing to open up my pool for the kids next door, I should also open up for the children who live behind me. I tried explaining the relationship between my best friend's family and mine.
Where do these people get their audacity? Like,
I know,
it's
I know.
impressive almost.
They're sharing the resources because they're friends, not just random
Goodness.
strangers. She claimed it didn't matter that I had known them since birth and pretty much had helped raise them. I just needed to know her kids too, and that would be okay.
Goodness.
I told her no and closed the door. And she spent a while knocking and fussing through the window, and that had her
God.
kids pee in the planter
No.
on the side of the patio. Like
What?
a little tss. And when I didn't react, she took her kids back into my friend's yard and started playing on the swings.
Stop. Her children peed.
They peed.
In their planters?
They peed. I texted him to let him know what was going on, the friend. Right at the moment, he was letting 300 plus pounds worth of Newfies, which are these like massive dogs, and he let them out in the yard without noticing the unwelcome visitors. The mom starts shrieking and climbs up into the fort, leaving both kids on the swings.
Oh, wow. So he straight up just let out 300-pound dogs to sick it on the mom.
Well, no. So what happened is like he just let the dogs out, not realizing there was anyone in this place. And then the mom just goes in and leaves leaves her two kids behind on the swings to, I guess, like be eaten by these dogs. Like, let's just say they're actually vicious. She's just ditching her kids.
Bruh.
Freaking nuts. She starts demanding that we put the dogs inside, and how dare my friend let his dogs out into his own yard when her kids are clearly playing there. He tells her to GTFO and then calls the police.
Good.
When the cops arrive, she puts on this whole waterworks about how her kids are just looking for friends, and my buddy's kids are somehow bullying her kids, even though they never met at all.
Karens always do this. It's the waterworks after.
And the waterworks continue that he invited her over just to let his dogs attack her children. Blah, blah, blah. They eventually move her back onto her own property and then come back later to tell us they warned her about coming back. She lived in that house for almost a year before she and her husband divorced, which is not a surprise.
Not shocked at all.
During that year, I had to replace the lock over the pool cover controls 3 times.
Oh, my God.
Have a fencing company remove a gate at the back of my property that was meant to let the lawnmower through, and eventually pay a security company to come check on the yard anytime we were going to be away for more than a few hours.
That is beyond ridiculous. She had to hire a security company so this Karen wouldn't get into her yard.
I know. This Karen was persistent, and apparently they found her and her kids in their yards repeatedly, but she'd leave when we got home. What finally resolved the issue was my partner catching her in the pool. She told him she knew the man that owned the house and that he had told her it was okay to swim.
Let's see.
He told her that he was married to the man that owned the pool and that it was, in fact, not okay to swim. She apparently had a bad reaction to realizing she was immersing her sons in gay water.
Oh, God.
And they never
Gay
saw her
water.
again.
Gay water.
Yeah. Quite the twist at the end.
Wow. Maybe that's, oh, geez, what's his name? The InfoWars guy.
Oh, Alex.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
That must be the same water that the frogs are
turning the
drinking.
frogs
Turn
gay.
the frogs gay. Wow,
Dude,
gay
honestly,
water.
it's like it's kind of I get what you're saying. Like this is the entitlement is nuts. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how these people go through life thinking that this is going to result in the way they imagine it to be. Like this woman is probably like 40 years old,
Yeah.
and somehow life has not taught her that she shouldn't be doing stuff like this. Like I wonder how many times she's gotten away with this.
I'm literally afraid if like a restaurant gets my order wrong to like correct it.
I'm
And
like,
here
I don't
she
wanna
is
correct that.
going in other people's freaking pools.
I know. Really, really ridiculous and nuts. But John, do you have a story for me?
Yes, I do. Entitled parent won't accept a solution and gets banned from water park forever.
Okay, I'm interested. Let's
Here
do
we
it.
go. This happened a couple of years ago, but it still makes me shake my head. I, 19 female, had a job working at a water park dispatching rides. Some of the rides require guests to get a tube at the bottom of the ride to carry it up to the top.
Okay, sounds like
Normal
a fun
procedure.
kind of job. Yeah.
Water park employees know that only certain tubes can be used on certain rides. If you use the wrong tube on the wrong ride, you are asking for people to be injured.
Oh, geez.
The ride I was working on had water jets that exploded from the bottom of the ride, so the tubes had to be very durable. So it could like just rip into the
That
tube.
honestly doesn't sound safe, but I guess the tubes are
Yeah, they
durable
should
enough,
honestly-
so let's keep going.
They should honestly come up with a better system, but I digress. Anyway, entitled mom and entitled kids are waiting in line. I can see that they have grabbed the wrong set of tubes from the bottom of the ride. They have clear tubes, which are not nearly durable enough for this ride, when they needed reinforced blue tubes.
Okay, the reinforced blue tubes seem, honestly, just to keep people safe.
Exactly. I go over to mom and explain that she has the wrong tube for this ride. One of the correct tubes is pasted next to the entrance of the ride. So it's pretty clear which tube goes to which ride.
Reasonable enough.
Reasonable. I tell her that when she gets to the front line, she will need to step to the side so I can have a coworker run down and grab some correct tubes for them. She can still go on the ride. Someone just needs to bring her the tubes. Entitled mom does not acknowledge me at all. So all she has to do is they'll
dare
run
she?
get it for her.
And
Literally.
she won't even do that.
And she just ignores her, right? So that's the first bad instance. Anyway, she gets to the front of the line. So not only does she ignore her, she skips everyone in line. She just goes straight to the front and tries to sit her tube down to get on the ride. Me, ma'am, I'm sorry, this isn't the correct tube. I've radioed to have someone bring you the correct tube for you and your party, but I can't let you ride down in this tube. It's not safe and you can get hurt. Please stand to the side until your tubes get here.
Trying to be the nice person, literally
Fair.
trying to save lives and people from injury.
Totally fair, right? Trying to save her butt from being literally ripped apart by the by the water jets. Like, that doesn't sound pleasant. Entitled mom. I waited in line. You can't tell me what to do. I'm going down the ride. Get the F out of my way. Me, you can't go down the ride in this tube. It's not safe. Like, your butt's going to get ripped apart by these jets.
This entitled mom has no worry about her butt, I guess. I
Well-
think she's just ready for it to get ripped to shreds.
This doesn't happen, but I wish the jets just like removed her like her bathing suit and then she just ended up naked. That would have been funny. Entitled mom. Get the F out of my way, you bitch. Then the crazy part. This is nothing's
Oh,
crazy.
none of the rest of the part
Now
was
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Now it gets crazy.
She throws the tube at my face. It's bulky and not heavy, so I can easily dodge it, but now I have to call security too.
Okay, quick
obviously.
moves, though.
Yeah. My manager is the person who's trekking the tubes up, and upon hearing from my call to security, he drops the tubes and comes sprinting for me. It's
Good manager. Stand-up guy.
Entitled mom is now destroying the landscape around the top of the ride and is encouraging her kids to join in. How dare this bitch make us wait? This punt won't let you on the ride. I'm 19. I'm not paid to put myself in harm's way. She's probably making minimum wage.
I know.
So I do nothing to stop her and her kids. So
Well,
literally
yeah,
there's
that's not her responsibility. But like, holy crap, is this woman going off the walls?
literally, and
or
there's
off the
this
slide.
there's this like little yard around it, and she's just like ripping up the grass and just like basically destroying the whole area.
Yes,
It's
because that's
ridiculous.
what you do to get your way.
Oh
is
my
just
God.
cause more destruction.
Phew. She is literally pulling out grass and spitting in my general direction. I picked up the tube she threw, and I'm sitting on it on the side of the ride. Entitled kids, of course, join in and are spitting in my general direction. Who spits at people, yo?
Dude, they're
That's
spitting.
so flagrant.
I guess like mother like kids, you know?
That's the most. If someone's spitting at you, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
They're spitting in my general direction and ripping up dirt and plants. I'm 10 feet away, so no spit got near me.
Okay,
really.
thankfully. Don't have enough spitting power, I guess.
And that's how entitled mom and her entitled kids got banned from the park forever.
They deserve it.
By the way, the tubes she needed, which my manager was carrying up, were 10 stairs away from her. It was around a curve, so she couldn't see them. So she thought,
Oh, my God.
this person's going to run like, up 10 flights of stairs, which is
Yeah.
what I thought.
She
It was
literally
10
couldn't
steps away.
wait. She couldn't wait.
She literally couldn't wait. Like,
This is such BS. I don't get how people can't wait 10 seconds. Like, she couldn't even wait 10 seconds.
and to what you said earlier, it's just incredible to imagine, like, these are moms with young children. They're probably in their like late 30s, 40s. The fact that you have gone through your whole life without someone correcting you to that point is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, insane. But also, let's give props to the water worker who is actually like dealing with all this stuff with poise. I'm surprised that this mother didn't get cursed out, but
She had the perfect response because it's like easy to get just triggered and just start like
Yeah.
yelling back, right? Which I wouldn't have been mad at. Like if she was just like, you know what, lady, I'm snapping on you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
going
I'm
off,
not even
baby.
like blaming her. Funny story. I actually yesterday went to Del Taco.
Yeah.
And it was the craziest thing. So there was someone else that had yelled at these people. There's only 2 people working back there. And so someone yells at them first, and then some lady comes barging in. And then she's like, you got my order wrong. I put it in on the app. And the manager is telling her, like, I literally just made it exactly as it was. And she was like literally unwrapping it. And they've been going back and forth. It gets more and more heated. And finally the chick is like, I need to talk to your manager. And she's like, I am the manager. And she says,
Ooh, I
well,
love the reveal. It's like the super like the evil villain reveal where it's like,
I am
the manager.
exactly. So she says, I am the manager. And she says, well, you suck. and keep in mind, there's like 5 of us in the restaurant and then 2 employees. So like,
Oh my God.
it's not like a big restaurant at all. We're all just standing there like, yo, this is
So
really.
the thing is, like, John has it verified. These people exist in real life and are out there living amongst us.
Literally.
They're not just on these Reddit posts. They're in your life, around
Seriously.
the corner, everywhere. Watch out.